We all know someone like Sarah. Maybe we are someone like Sarah. She was the friend you could call at 2 a.m. with a flat tire, the one who'd bake cupcakes for the fundraiser, even when exhausted. Her yes was automatic, her help a given. Sarah's identity was built around being the helper, the fixer, the one who always showed up. People admired her, called her selfless, a saint. She wore these labels as proof she was a good person. Her life became a series of favors for everyone else. But something shifted. A flicker of annoyance at late-night calls, a heavy sigh at another request. The joy of helping faded, replaced by obligation. The requests never stopped. She had trained everyone to expect her unwavering availability. For Sarah, that constant yes became a cage she built herself. The turning point came when her sister called, again, needing last-minute babysitting. Sarah had planned a rare evening for herself, but duty pulled her in. She said yes, but as she hung up, a wave of anger and resentment washed over her. It wasn't just tiredness, it was the bitter question, what about me? When is it my turn? The story of Sarah is a cautionary tale. Generosity can quietly turn into resentment. Her selflessness, once a source of pride, became a source of pain. She was giving from an empty well, scraping the bottom. Her acts of service built walls of silent bitterness. She was the ever-ready friend, but no longer a friend to herself. What is self-sacrifice? At its core, it's giving up something you value for someone else's well-being. It could be your time, energy, or comfort. We praise it, parents for children, heroes for their communities. Self-sacrifice is a conscious choice, a transaction of the heart. When it comes from love and empathy, it's a beautiful expression of humanity. But there's a difference between a single act of sacrifice and a lifestyle of sacrifice. A single act is a choice. A lifestyle is a compulsion. When you always put others first, you lose sight of your own needs and identity. Healthy self-sacrifice is temporary, a detour, not the main road. Unhealthy sacrifice becomes your entire map, leaving you empty. One is generosity, the other is self-erasure. Self-sacrifice isn't inherently bad. It can bring immense joy and meaning. When we help from a full heart, it feels good. This is wholehearted giving, sharing from abundance, not scarcity. It strengthens relationships, builds trust, and deepens connection. Acts of service can give our lives purpose, especially when aligned with our values. When giving is authentic, it energizes us. The key is choice. Giving because you want to, not out of guilt or need for approval. There's no resentment, only fulfillment. This kind of giving is a gift to both receiver and giver. It enriches our lives and communities. It shows us the best of humanity. But it must come from a place of wholeness. But what happens when giving is no longer a choice, but an expectation? It starts with small compromises, skipping your plans, lending money you can't spare. Each act seems manageable, but they add up. Soon, you're giving from obligation, not desire. Chronic self-sacrifice is unsustainable. We all need to recharge. Ignoring your needs leads to burnout and resentment. The joy of giving is replaced by feeling used and unappreciated. You say yes on the outside, but inside, you're screaming no. This bitterness damages relationships. Resentment leaks out in passive-aggressive ways. The connection you wanted to build starts to fray. You end up isolated, trapped in a cycle of giving that serves no one. Your generous heart becomes guarded and sore. Why do we keep giving until we're empty? The reasons run deep. Many of us tie our worth to our usefulness. We're praised for being helpful, so we believe our value depends on it. Saying no feels selfish, even scary, as if we risk rejection. Fear of conflict drives us to say yes to avoid disappointment or confrontation. We become people pleasers, sacrificing our well-being for fragile peace. Sometimes, helping others is a way to avoid our own problems, a distraction from our pain. Being the helper gives us purpose, even if it's a coping mechanism. Our culture glorifies the martyr, teaching us that true goodness means erasing our own needs. But this is a trap. True worthiness isn't about what we do for others. It's knowing we are enough, with all our needs and limits. Consistent self-sacrifice breeds resentment, a slow burn that grows into bitterness. It starts as frustration, then becomes anger when our giving isn't seen or reciprocated. We lose passion for things we love, our world shrinks to others' needs. Fatigue and joylessness set in, sometimes even physical illness. Resentment changes how we see others. Their requests feel like impositions. Warmth is replaced by a defensive wall. We keep helping, but our heart isn't in it. This energy pushes people away, leading to loneliness and isolation. Even surrounded by others, we feel unseen. The bitterness becomes a barrier to true connection. In trying to be valued, we end up bitter and alone. How do we break the cycle? By finding balance, learning the art of wholehearted giving with boundaries and self-compassion. Recognize the warning signs: constant fatigue, secret anger, keeping score. These are signals your boundaries are being crossed. Practice setting boundaries. It's not a wall, but a line defining what you're okay with. Learn to say no with kindness. A clear no is kinder than a resentful yes. Self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. You can't pour from an empty cup. Schedule time to recharge. Treat your needs as valid. When you care for yourself, you have more to give. The goal isn't to stop giving, but to give authentically and sustainably. Your needs matter as much as anyone's. True generosity is rooted in self-respect. That's the path to a wholehearted life.